guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing amazing. My beautiful name is Victoria Charles for those who are new to this channel. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for always coming back to our channel. So if you're new here, please subscribe, and you guys please like this video, comment, share my videos with your people, and click on the notification bell to be notified anytime I post a new video. So in this video, we'll be doing it a little different. I will be taking you to Nairobi National Park, the only national park in a city. So when you're actually in Nairobi National Park, you can get the backdrop of Nairobi city, and it is very, very beautiful. Imagine seeing animals, and then behind the animals there's this beautiful backdrop of the skyscrapers of Nairobi city. Amazing. So fun fact about Nairobi National Park, or something at least that you did not know maybe, is that it was established in 1946, and before that, before Nairobi National Park was established, there was no restrictions between the animals, the wildlife, and the people living around that the area, who are basically the Maasai people. So they interacted freely with the animals, like they were grazing their animals. They had their settlements literally where the animals were, and it became very dangerous because people had to be very careful to move around. They had to move around with protection to be able to protect themselves from the animals, and this caused havoc. Like people died, people were dying, animals were dying because they were either being killed because of attacking people. And so this was not very healthy. So a guy by the name Cowie, decided to kind of restrict the area now. So it became a game reserve, I think. And then during this time, they were not extremely strict with the interaction between the people and the wildlife. So you could still graze your animals there. Some people used to dump in the game reserve, and some people, this area was also used by I think it was the Air Force during that time. I don't know Air Force for which. I'll put the name somewhere on the screen, but it was used to bomb, like it was a bombing site. Is that what it's called? But yeah, it was used for a couple of things, and that was not very healthy for the animals as well, and also for the people, because they still interacted with the animals. So that's why in 1946 it was closed down from the human beings. It was fenced, and it became the national park that we see today. So there are restrictions. You cannot graze in the national park. Of course, all those other things, dumping, whatever, they cannot be done today in the Nairobi National Park. So that's at least something that maybe you did not know about Nairobi National Park. Yes. So if you need more information about this place, go to Google or to the Kenya Wildlife Service website, and you will be able to get all the information that you need about the Nairobi National Park. So what are the entry requirements? You need your national ID, if you're Kenyan, or your passport, or if you're a student, you need a student ID to be able to identify yourself, so that, because for different people, you have different entry fees. You understand? So like for the entry fees, there's low season and there's high season. For us, we were 3 people, 2 residents and 1 non-resident who was a student. So we went this July. So we were charged from the low season category. I don't know why, because when you look in the website, it says that July is the high season, so we were given low season rates. Why, I don't know. So yeah, we paid 300 bob for the residents, so that was 600 bob. And then for the non-resident who was a student, he paid 24 USD. That is around 3,000 and something. So yeah, I'll just I'll have a screenshot of the entry fees on the screen somewhere. And then when you pay, they do not accept cash, but they do accept all the other cashless methods. They accept MasterCards, Visa cards, direct payment to the KWS accounts. And what else? M-Pesa, of course. M-Pesa, the most important. They accept M-Pesa. But if you have cash, they do not accept cash. So when you go there, just remember that you're not supposed to carry cash with you. They accept M-Pesa, MasterCards, Visa cards, and direct transfers to the KWS accounts. Understand? Okay, so what else do you need to know about? What else do you need to know? If you're wondering whether the roads in the park can accommodate any car, yes, they can. Not all of them though, but the major ones. They have Maram, up to a certain point, there's tarmac, then from there now the roads are like Maram. So they're very good roads. Any car can get in there, from a 4-wheel, 2-wheel, small car, big car, they can all get into the park. So there's no problem with that. Whatever car you have, you can be able to access the park without any problems. However, if you want to access the feeder roads into the park, like inside the park, there are other feeder roads. Most of them are off-road. And so if you have your 2-wheel, I don't think it would be a very good idea to access those small roads in there with your car, because you might just get stuck there. You understand? Ama, you just utaumiza gari yako bure. In short, that's what I'm trying to mean. So if you have a 2-wheel drive, or if you have a small car, avoid using the feeder roads in the national park. Okay. What else do you need to know? The best time to visit or to take your safari is morning hours, early morning hours, like from 6 a.m. or in the evening, like from 4 p.m. And you'll be able to see the animals. Like from 6 a.m. to around 9 a.m. you get to see all the animals, because now the sun is not too much, it's not too hot, the animals are out. You are just able to see a number of animals. In the evening, same case, the sun is not too hot, some animals are hunting, so you're able to see a good number of animals in the park. You know, there are some people who actually go inside the park and they get out of there having seen nothing. Because you choose the wrong time to go to the park, and then you start saying Nairobi National Park is very mediocre, when you're the one who went during the wrong time. So timing is very important. I have been there a couple of times, and I can tell you for sure, this is the first time that I was able to see all the animals that I did see within that period of time. From that time that we got to the park, which was around 4:30 something, I think, to around 6 something, close to 7. During that time, I was able to see so many animals that, like, compared to the time when maybe I get to the park at the wrong time, like at around maybe 2 p.m., 12 p.m. or 12 noon, like, you just don't see animals during that time. So it's good to have the timing right so that you're able to see whatever you need to see, especially the big 5. Well, not the big 5, because we don't have elephants in the park. But if you want to see lions, if you want to see rhinos, if you want to see all these animals, the best time is the time that I've told you, around 4 p.m., around 6 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. So, yeah, I've mentioned that in the big 5, you are not able to see the elephants in the national park. I had my own reason. I don't know who told me this, but I thought it's because my thinking. I was thinking it's because elephants are such, big grazers, and they need a big portion of land to be able to graze. So I was thinking the national park was too small for them, but no, that was not the reason. The reason as to why actually that there are no elephants in the national park is to reduce the human-wildlife conflict. So that is why we do not have elephants in the national park, because it's in the city, it's in Nairobi. There are homesteads around the national park, a lot of them. So yeah, that was the reason as to why they do not have elephants in Nairobi National Park. However, there is the David Sheldrick Trust that is in Nairobi National Park. It is an elephant nursery, and this is where they rescue and rehabilitate orphaned elephants, baby elephants, and they grow to a certain point and then they are released back into the national parks or game reserves. So yeah, you can be able to see elephants in Nairobi through David Sheldrick Foundation Trust, right? Trust Foundation. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so I think with that information, we can be able to now get straight into the video. So I almost forgot to mention something. For the car that you're going to use, for all the vehicles that you use or that get into the park, you have to pay fee for the car as well. So we paid 300 bob as well for the vehicle. So from a 6-seater and below, you pay 300 bob, and I think, I don't know, I'll just put all the fees for the resident adults, resident children, for students, non-resident students, yeah, and just basically non-residents, you understand what I mean? And for the vehicles, I'll just put all the prices, like I'll put the screenshot somewhere for all the prices of everything that you're going to be charged for when you get into the park. So yes, the vehicles are charged as well. You don't just pay for yourself, you also pay for the vehicle that you use to access the park.
I was yours for the taking. Guess I needed a home, but if I'm not mistaken, you were good on your own. And I know I was drunk enough. Didn't know it would mess me up, yeah. Now I'm truly awakened up. Say you wanna talk again, but it's time I do this my way. I don't wanna be your friend. Think we hit our expiration date. I want you to feel the weight, feel the hate that I felt when we came to an end. You don't get to call me up, tell me that you need forgiveness. You're the one who called it off, broke my heart in just a minute. No, you don't get to call it love when it wasn't even close. No, it wasn't even close. I was down and broken when I met you that night. Should've known you were something that would mess with my mind. But I won't put the blame on me. You're the one to be honestly, yeah. Cause you can handle emotions, So you wanna talk again, but it's time to do this my way. I don't wanna be your friend. Think we hit our expiration date. I want you to feel the weight, feel the hate that I felt when we came to an end. You don't get to call me up, tell me that you need forgiveness. You're the one who called it off, broke my heart in just a minute. No, you don't get to call it love when it wasn't even close. No, it wasn't even close. You didn't even say goodbye. No, no. You didn't even hug it out. No, no. I lied up the night. Don't. Cause it wasn't love, now I know that you don't get to call me up, tell me that you need forgiveness. You're the one who called it off, broke my heart in just a minute. No, you don't get to call it love when it wasn't even close. No, it wasn't even close. No, it wasn't even close. Just pulled up to the house, don't feel like getting out. I'ma just lay back and crack this window. I've been doing my best, taking a moment to rest, feeling stressed out. Give it a good, I put that on God when it gets hard. I stay on my job like no days off, so you can go home with that jealousy, my bad. Cause I've been working all day. Can a nigga catch a break? Give a pretty brown girl her space. You can keep your bitter, I'ma make a better way. Hey, hey, already got the world on me. Give a pretty brown girl her space. You can keep your bitter, I'ma make a better way. Hey, hey, better way. Oh, Mom and Dad's only daughter, do I make you proud? Writing my life in lyrics, do y'all like the sound? Seeking approval constantly. When it's my truth, I speak it, don't make sense now. Give it a good, yeah. Put that on good when it gets hard. I stay on my job like no days off, so you can go home with that jump off. My bad, 'cause I've been working all day. Can a nigga catch a break? Give a pretty brown girl her space. You can keep your bitter, I'ma make a better way. 'Cause I've been working all day. Can a nigga catch a break? Give a pretty brown girl her space. You can keep your bitter, I'ma make a better way. Hey, hey, already got the world on me. Give a pretty brown girl her space. You can keep your bitter, I'ma make a better way. Hey, hey, nigga catch a break. Better way. Oh, hey.
Hi guys, I hope you're doing okay. My beautiful name is Victoria Charles for those who are new to this channel. For my returning subscribers, you're always welcome. So as you can see, I'm in a new place. Not very new. I'm in the Nairobi National Park. So right now we're just taking a short break before we head on back home because it's late. It's like at 6 p.m. and we just saw a lion here, so that's why I'm so restless. I am trying to look out for any unusual activity. So yeah, but so far so good. It's been a good successful trip to the national park because we were able to see a couple of animals. We saw lions, we saw zebras, the gazelle family, antelopes that is, and what else? We saw hippos, a hippo, not hippos. What else did we see? Giraffes, we saw jackals, we saw just a couple of animals really. So for anyone who would want to visit the park, I highly suggest you do that in the evening, maybe from around 4 p.m. onwards, maybe to 6 p.m. because during the day they tend to hide, especially when it's sunny. During this time, because it's cool, they're looking for food. Like we have just seen a lion very up close looking for dinner, I guess. I suggest that you guys come and check this place out by this time. So yeah, if there's anything else to see along the way, I will definitely show you guys. But for now, I'm happy, I'm content that we were able to see whatever we did see. Yeah. Cool. What's your name?
I'm Adrian. I'm from Switzerland, and today, I was in that national park, and it was quite successful because we've seen a lot of zebras, and we've seen one lion and some giraffes. I think the only animals we did not see were the hippos and the buffaloes, but I think that's all right. I'm happy anyway with all that we have seen. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So are you looking, is Kenya a place you'd like to visit again sometime soon?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
But when I'm an adult, probably.
Okay.
So I can come alone. And not with my parents. You know.
So you came with your parents?
Yeah. They had to be there because I cannot come here by myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understand. So welcome back.
Just kinda slipped to our hands, and I never really said that you hurt me, no, instead I just try to understand. It was so exhausting, so I lost it, had to make it stop. Didn't really feel like giving you the chance to make it up. You asked me what's the problem, to be honest, it was you. That's the truth. It really was such a bad plan, 'cause I really think you wanted me to stay. Everything you did, finally pushed me away. Told everyone my secrets, though I begged for